This approach is designed to help you avoid the 3 traps that construction companies typically fall into when they're trying to overcome obstacles. Number 1, unfortunately, they ignore the obstacle and hope it goes away. Now, think about a project that you're working on where perhaps the schedule is beginning to slip. Your team is super busy, you're running at 100 miles an hour, you're avoiding the discomfort of addressing the issue with the project team or with the owner, and so you ignore the schedule slippage and hope that everybody catches up in the end. That rarely happens though, and so you have to end up settling for a reduced profit or even a loss. Now always remember, when you're ignoring an issue and hoping that it goes away, the more time you let go, the more your pain will increase. One of the keys in life is to address the issues in your business as quickly as you can, because if you do that, you will reduce the amount of pain that you have to suffer, and you will also reduce the amount of money that you lose. The second trap that construction companies fall into is misidentifying the problem. So let's say you have an owner's rep, and they're complaining to you about one of your foremen that's running work on a project. So you replace the foreman, hoping that that will fix the problem. The owner's rep continues to complain and make your life difficult. And you understand after a while that it's really not your foremen who were the problem, it's the owner's rep who's the problem. And instead of switching out foreman, you should have contacted the owner directly and hashed out the issues. So that's the second trap, misidentifying the problem. The third trap is a failure to execute. And this is often the most demoralizing for a construction company team. So you correctly identify the obstacles that you need to overcome. You get a bunch of good ideas from people on how to overcome that obstacle. The team is pumped, they're ready to rock, but you fail to prioritize the ideas and you bite off more than you can chew. So for instance, let's say you understand, I need to improve quality of my projects across the board. And so as a team, you decide to implement a comprehensive training program for the entire field. You start strong, but then you get overwhelmed with work and you never fully implement. Instead of doing an across-the-board training program, you should have taken a smaller step, tested out the program in one area, and then made incremental progress. And if you have a failure to execute on the ideas, your company begins to get a reputation. When all is said and done, a lot was said and nothing gets done. The good news is this approach that I've developed to problem solving and that I've taught construction companies is specifically designed to help you avoid all 3 of these traps. There are 3 steps to this innovative process for overcoming obstacles. Number 1, you must identify the obstacles correctly. Number 2, you have to get the ideas of your team. And then the third step is you must prioritize the ideas and decide what you're going to do. In today's episode of Construction Genius, you'll learn a step-by-step process for doing exactly that. It's simple, it's powerful, and it works.